Up guys, we're reacting to Who is Ash's True Love Pokemon shipping. Now do not pay attention to the like videos right there. I did not watch this already. Do not pay attention. I will kick you all in the ass.
Alright fam, today we are talking about shipping, and I don't mean Amazon Prime. Today we're going to be talking about the idea of wanting two characters or people to get together into a romantic relationship because you think they should. And in this specific case, we're talking about 10-year-old fictional Pokemon trainers. So if this offends you for any reason at all, why the hell did you click on this video?
True.
Fans, Michael here, and welcome to the first Pokemon question video that I have done since What Happens Inside a Pokeball Part 2 back in October, because it's a lot easier to come up with ideas for top 10s than it is for Pokemon questions. But anyways, since Valentine's Day is almost upon us, I thought it'd be a fun idea to do a video about the shippings of the Pokemon world, since I've never done a video like this before. Also, I happen to very much enjoy shipping. If you want me to get really locked into a TV series, you should hint that two characters should get together, but then not give it to me for a really long time. For example, Star and Marco in Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Chuck and Sarah in Chuck, Percy and Annabeth in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. I get super sucked into those because I want two characters to get together. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about who is Ash Ketchum's true love. Who is he meant to end up with? Because obviously he's not currently with anyone, and they're probably not going to have him get with anybody until the very, very end of the series. So essentially this is going to be, who do we think the writers are going to have him end up with when he's an adult and the series is all said and done. Now in this video, I'm only going to be focusing on the largest of the ships. I'm talking like cruise ships, not any little rowboats or anything like that. Essentially only ships of Ash and a major character who he has spent a lot of time with. For example, Annabelle, the boss of the battle tower. She had a crush on him. Saw that at the end of the episode. I'm not talking about her. She was in 2 episodes. No, we're not doing that. We're doing major characters who he knows very well and has spent a lot of time with. Also, I'm not going to be talking about any of the new characters recently introduced in the Sun and Moon anime because it's been 10 episodes. It's not really long enough to develop anything or have any ideas, so we're ignoring them entirely. We're going to pretend they don't exist. Also, a lot of this video will be completely my opinion because a lot of this stuff just isn't canon. It's just ideas and hints oh, maybe this could happen, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a lot of my personal analysis, so just keep that in mind. However, a lot of my opinion is based on evidence, so keep that in mind too. So anyways, let's get this video started with the first shipping on my list of notes here on my computer screen next to my computer. Palette shipping. Palette shipping is the idea that Ash and Gary should end up in a romantic relationship together. The inspiration for this is that they're kind of childhood friends that have developed a rivalry that evolves into a friendship, and they kind of have secret feelings for each other, and they hide it by being absolute douchebags to each other. One of the biggest instances of evidence for this that Palette shippers cite is the episode where Brock returns from being with Professor Ivy during the Orange Island saga. Essentially, every time Professor Ivy is brought up in that episode, Brock gets into a little mini depressive state where the screen turns all blue and he's curled up in the fetal position and gets super sad, supposedly because she rejected his love. But Brock. No, duh. Professor Ivy is a grown woman and you're 15. Professor Ivy seems like the kind of woman who'd want to be all sophisticated and drink wine and go to the symphony and vote in elections and stuff like that, and you're not even old enough to drive a car. Sorry, getting sidetracked here. But anyways, during that same episode, Gary is brought up to Ash and he has the exact same reaction that Brock does. Now, palette shippers cite this as because, he has feelings for Gary that Gary has rejected. Personally, I think it's more that he's just like, Gary, I still can't beat him, because he doesn't beat Gary until, many episodes down the road in the Silver League Conference. So that is what I think is actually the case. Personally, for this ship, I don't think there's really enough evidence to show that it's beyond a friendship/rivalry. If I'm correct, I believe this is the only shipping here on this list that was never implied by another character in the show. Nobody was ever like, you two make a cute couple together, or something like that, whereas that happens with all of the other ones I'm going to discuss. So I personally don't believe palette shipping is legit. The next one we're going to discuss is Poke shipping, the idea that Ash and Misty should be together in a romantic relationship. Now this one is a very large ship, and I was actually a member of it for pretty much the last 15 years. I don't know if I've watched Pokemon that long, but a long time. I used to read Ash and Misty fanfics obsessively for an entire summer. I got super into it as a 6th grader. And it's also hinted at pretty heavily all throughout the show. If you remember in Pokemon the movie 2000 when that Ocarina playing girl, can't remember her name, is being all flirting with Ash, and Misty's just I hate you. That's an example of it. Also, you ever heard Misty's song? That song was on the To Be a Master soundtrack for the original series, and it's essentially just Misty singing about how she loves Ash, but can't tell him yet. Admittedly, that was only in the dub. That was just a US language only thing, and so they didn't have any rules with the writing, but they were definitely hardcore Poke shippers back in the day. And what's really interesting about Poke shipping is that a lot of people actually think it was intended to be the end game. Back when they thought that the Pokemon series was only going to go on for the original season, there's a trailer for the first Pokemon movie that shows Misty as an adult with a little girl, and it's kind of implied that that is Misty and Ash's child. Birdkeeper Toby talks about that in the video more, so you should watch that video for more details on that. But essentially, it wasn't possibly intended to be the end game. However, Misty hasn't been in the series in at least 10 years. It's been a really long time, so I feel as if Pokemon, the series, had ended back in the day, Misty was who it was going to be, but I think now that it's been so long since she's kind of just faded into the irrelevancy of the series now, unfortunately. I don't think Misty is intended to be Ash's romantic interest anymore. Next up is advanced shipping, the idea that Ash and May should end up together in a romantic relationship. Personally, I'm not super keen on this one. I always preferred Misty, just because that was who I watched the show with first, and then Misty left, and I was like, come back, and then May showed up, and I was like, who is this stupid person? I hate her. And then she grew on me, but for a while I was like, you replaced Misty and I hate you. Though there are hints that Ash and May should be together, there is a couple that's you'd be a cute couple or something like that. I don't think that the writers intended for Ash and May to end up together because May is shipped in the show. There's many, many more hints of May ending up with Drew, the green-haired freaking coordinator, that's what they're called, coordinator guy who has the Roselia, and they hinted so much more. He gives her roses, she blushes at him on more than one occasion. He decides to go to Johto to coordinate stuff there, and she just decides to go to Johto as well. I honestly think that May and Drew were far more pushed together by the writing than May and Ash ever were. So I think May is more meant to be with Drew, in my opinion. The next one up is Pearl shipping, the idea that Ash and Dawn should get together. Now, to be entirely honest with you, I barely watched this series, so I can't make a entirely accurate judgment since I didn't see a lot of it. Oops. But I have similar thoughts on this ship as I do with advanced shipping. I think Dawn is more meant to end up with another coordinator, the character Kenny. Now, while there isn't as much evidence for this as there was with contest shipping, which is the ship of Drew and May, if I didn't mention that name, there wasn't as much evidence for Kenny and Dawn, simply because Kenny wasn't around as much in the series as Drew was. There are some, very, very shippy moments between them. like Dawn shows up in a dress and Kenny is speechless, and she's like, "Oh, do you think I'm pretty?" And he's like, "What the?" And then he like changes the subject. You know, he wants Dawn to go on a journey with him, and he's like really sad when she chooses to, you know, go with Ash and Brock to the Sinnoh League. And it's just it's so obvious. Like even in that episode, Brock tells Kenny the secret of love, and then Dawn at one point leaves Kenny a note where she calls him handsome. It's like it's them two. They're childhood friends, you know, that's like a running theme, and it's like it's supposed to be Dawn and Kenny, which is why I don't think Dawn is meant to be with Ash. So the next ship on this list is Nagai shipping, the idea that Ash and Iris should end up together in a romantic relationship. Iris. Worst character ever. So annoying. And last, but certainly not least, Amor shipping. The idea that Ash and Serena should end up together in a romantic relationship. Pokemon Ranger Boy 12, I am looking at you. This is the ship. This is it. Ash is meant to end up with Serena. Why? Well, there's actually quite a lot of reasons. First off, Serena's romantic feelings for Ash are made more obvious than any other character ever in Pokemon. You know, there are characters where it's canon that they had feelings for Ash, but this is so much more obvious. It's constant. It's all throughout the series. She definitely has very strong romantic feelings for him that started when they were little kids when he helped her in the forest. Like, that's a big deal. But you know what else? You know what else? She kissed him. She literally kissed him. That's the only time any characters in the Pokemon universe, I believe, have kissed on the lips. The only reason it wasn't shown is because the anime makers were concerned about it being allowed to be shown on TV, so they, you know, cleverly censored it in a way that still made it obvious, but didn't actually show it because they didn't want to worry about the show not being put on the air. Pokemon Ranger Boy 12 made a video where he talks about an interview with a storyboard artist several weeks after that kissing episode originally aired. The storyboard artist talks about how, yes, it was a kiss. We didn't show it because we were concerned about the whole censorship thing that I just talked about. But he also says you're meant to hope and assume they become a couple later. They decided intentionally to have the romantic subplot to the series because they wanted Ash to have somebody that he would end up with. So essentially, according to the storyboard artists, according to the writers, the kiss, everything, Ash is meant to end up with Serena in the end game. Like, you know, obviously Sun and Moon is just, they're gonna keep the TV show going because, you know, why not? They need money. But like when the series finally ends and they do like a flash forward, assuming that they do, you're supposed to assume, or they will show, that Ash and Serena are together because that is who they decided Ash should end up with. So, Amor shipping is, well, technically not 100% canon that they will end up together. It's extremely likely, and far more likely than any other ship that I have discussed.
And that's the end of it. See you on next. Oh, wait. If you like this video, like it. If you like me and this video, subscribe. And if you don't like me, and if you don't, wait, never mind. Okay, let me say it again. Oh my gosh, why do I do this? And I can't edit this part out. Okay. If you like this video, like it. If you like me, subscribe. If you like this guy, me, and my video, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you hate me, press the like button 3 times. And you guys, see you all next time. Goodbye.